was I at though?
You ain't popping?
Oh yeah. Hi. It's another episode of GloKyo. Alright, so today's video is going to be about women get rejected too.
Dessert shots that we're going to try out at the same time. Don't know how they're going to taste. I'm trying pina colada. I'm trying lemon.
Ooh, this is fire.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe you.
It has this like moist little cake. Does yours have cake?
No.
I think it's just. I'm good off that.
We don't want no more?
No, I'm gonna fuck it up. That's what's gonna happen. And you're supposed to be a lady, you know. Okay, so my rejection story starts. I was working at a boutique at the time. I was kind of in a slump shitty, but I didn't realize it. I was still kind of doing what I was going to school for, fashion marketing, buying. I was doing photo shoots and all that jazz, but I wasn't at my happiest. And so I would just go to work and then eat and then go to work and then go eat. And then eating consisted of going to Vaughn's and getting my little meats or whatnot. So there was this cute butcher. I'm a sucker for tall people. On the ground beef every other Tuesday and Thursday. And our conversations would pick up. Like, first it'd be like one line, oh, how are you doing, da la la la, and then it turned into two lines, and I'm like, oh, what do you do for school? Oh,
She counting lines and shit.
I was counting lines, exactly. I was like, oh my gosh, our conversations are getting more in depth, but not once did I think like, oh, he never really asked about me or whatnot. I'm a good interviewer, so I guess I was prying information, and I took that information, thought like, oh, we know each other. And one day I was feeling bold or whatnot, and I was like, I'm gonna ask him his name, not a date. I'm gonna ask him his name. And so he was talking about how he was super tired, and I was like, oh, why don't you take an espresso shot or whatever? And it's like, an espresso shot, what is that? And I was like, oh, come on. You work at Vaughn's, come on, just leave the fucking butcher station and go to your Starbucks with me. So I take him to the Starbucks that's in the Vaughn's, and I'm like, here, come here, I'll buy you an espresso shot, like, let's go. But I didn't know he just went to go like walk and get him a Monster drink at the time, because he was talking about Monster, but I was like, no, this is my shot, like, I'm gonna make moves. And so I go and buy him an espresso shot, but no one really like drinks an espresso shot just like that. Like, at least put some chocolate drizzle in it or put it in ice and then creamer, but no one takes it like a shot really. And for someone who doesn't even really drink coffee, because I already knew that about him too in other conversations, it's sad. And so he just takes the espresso shot. He's like, oh my gosh, that was the nastiest fucking thing. And I was like, I know, but it's gonna wake you up, I promise. And I was like, what's your name? Like, I see you every other day. Like, what is it? And he's like, oh, it's Luis. And I was like, Luis, I'm Gloria. And he's like, oh, I totally owe you a drink. And I was like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you owe me a drink. I was like, I'm here every other day. Like, of course you can get me a drink. Like, yeah, like, we're gonna meet up or whatever. So he goes down the aisle, and then I walk away, and I'm like, yo, that was my shot. Like, ask for his number. That's my shot right there. And then I, like a movie, I like run back into the aisle, and he's like halfway down, and I'm like, Luis! It's like slow motion. He turns around, he's like, what? And I'm like, come here. And then he's like walking really slow and confused. I'm like, so, do you have a girlfriend?
Oh, God.
And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, so can I have your number? And then he goes, I don't know it. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm hitting on you and I took like the signals wrong, like, it's totally okay, like, it's totally fine, like, I'm so sorry. It's like, no, it's fine. I was like, but here's my number. And so I grabbed like my fucking business card and I put my number on there like really quickly, and I put my name, Gloria or whatever. And then he kind of hesitated, and I was like, but you don't have to like you don't have to take it. And he's like, and it was already awkward. Like,
oh my God. How
do you not know your phone number? You're in college, you have forms to fill out, you're on payroll, you gotta put your phone number. And I didn't even see it at the time.
You don't know your number.
You don't know your number. That's some bullshit. You don't know your number? And then, so I was hyped. I even put it on Snapchat. I was like, yo, when you finally hit on your crush, and then give your number.
Oh my God.
I didn't realize it at the time. And I literally told too many people. Because a week later, everyone's like, oh, like, what happened to your butcher? Like, what's happening with that? And I was like, you know what? I don't know. Like, I mean, he's busy, he's in school or whatever. And when I would be at work, I would like write my phone number fast and be like, oh, my 5s looks like 3s, like that's why he didn't text me or whatever. Like, I was making up all the excuses that you can think of. And then I had to face the music and go to Vaughn's one day, and he acted like he didn't even know me, and that shit hurt. He like briskly walked by, didn't even like follow up to say hi. Like, it like I went to order ground beef, you know, he acted like he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw him in the back cleaning and he didn't come out, and I was like, wow, that shit hurt. So I go home, and like I said, I was just working, eating, and I finally like looked down at myself. And I was like, Mommy, you ain't popping anymore. So, Yoshi reinforcement. You don't know. Speaking of Vaughn's has the best oatmeal cranberry cookie, by the way.
Ever, yeah. And I don't even like raisin cookies, but this is like co-raisin.
But Mommy had to look down, and I was like, oh,
Mommy had to look
you
down.
ain't popping, yo. And like, beauty comes in all forms and shapes and sizes. That's all I'm saying. But it was the first time I've ever gotten rejected. And everyone kept following up. Like, hey, yo, Butcher. And that's, yeah. So that shit hurt. And then I was like, you know what? It's time to do work.
Bigger story.
There's a bigger story to it.
Story.
It got the ball rolling on my weight loss journey. I know it sounds so sad that I had to get rejected to realize myself, but I lost like 50 pounds, shaped up, and I kind of look through Vaughn's and I'm like, does he still work here? Because he needs to see Mommy now. I'm just kidding. I'd be like, I do need to order some ground beef. So
Really, ground beef?
I ordered ground beef today, actually. I'm making some taco salads. Anywho, so I needed to get rejected to self-reflect a little bit, and I know it might not be a good one to start your weight loss journey, but it was my weight loss journey, and I'm happy that I did get rejected at the end of the day. So booyah, ground beef, motherfucker.
Shakespearean tragedy about shooting your shot and timing and everything else.
You know what? It's shooting your shot.
It's shooting your shot.
There we go.
It's shooting your shot. So one day we went to the beach. We was trying to have a fake picnic or whatever, and so we was getting ready to leave. So she was like, hey, yo, can you hold my Oreo cookies, the golden ones? Sure, no problem. So, you know, we pack up our shit. We're getting ready to leave the beach, and like when we leave the beach, there's like a boardwalk, and then there's like a club, PB Shore Club or whatever.
Yeah, PB Shore Club.
Yeah, like they club there and drink, you know, watch football, whatever. So anyway, so I'm walking with the cookies. You know, I tried to look like something that day. I actually put on makeup. Shocker, like I had makeup on, so I was actually looking like something. And I'm walking with these cookies, and this bouncer, ID checker, whatever he was like, hey, can I get one of those cookies? And I turned around and I was like, sure. You know, me being dumb, me not reading the sign, so I gave him a cookie, right? And then he was looking at me like, with the eyes, I was looking at him with the eyes, I was like, you know, something stupid, right?
Oh, you're leaving one big part out.
Wait, what part did I leave out?
He was fucking hot.
Oh, he was fine. He was fine.
He was fine.
He was fine. He was
I was
fine.
like, ooh, he looking at Mommy.
Yeah, he was fine. So then, like, I'm walking, and then, like, Gloria's up, and I was like, shot my shot. She was like, go. So I was like, cool. So I turn around to talk to old boy, and I take like 1, 2, 3 steps, and this girl is coming from behind him, and she's like, Aaron, or whatever his name is. Oh my God, it's nice to see you. And gives him this biggest hug right when I'm there about to like, hey, my name is like Yoshi, or like, hey, like, do you want another cookie, or whatever I was gonna say. It didn't even fucking matter, because homegirl came up on the scene, was like, oh my God, hi and she must have smelled me like a fucking vulture because she came out of nowhere. Like, it was so fast. Then this one motherfucker was like, oh, can I get a cookie? No!
It wasn't for you.
These are not for you, motherfucker. It was just like, damn, like,
you.
I always choose the wrong destiny. Like,
it was
a tragedy.
It happened so fast, so slow at the same time. Because I saw the vulture coming.
Yeah.
And she smelt her approaching her boy or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was like, no. It was like a scary
I'm
movie.
standing in the middle of the sidewalk with a pallet of cookies in my fucking hand, like,
right,
just eat it.
And I'm like, retract.
And then this random guy was like, I was like, here, just take the cookie. Like, I can't even look at golden Oreos no more. Like, she's like, oh, you want to get some golden?
She won't even touch golden Oreos anymore.
I mean, me and Oreo's not even really cool because you related to that situation, but yeah, so my shot was like, nothing. And then when that's what it was. So I turned around and see if he was looking back, and he was looking bad. And I was like, oh shit, should I?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
I was like, should I shoot my shot? She was like, go. Couldn't even turn around.
Vulture, bitch. Vulture.
She came. That happened last year.
And we still cringe about it. And
like,
I still can't eat a golden Oreo in front of
me. Not around me.
No, not anymore.
No, sorry. Eat those with your other friends.
I know. So, like, I brought another dessert.
No, we didn't.
I was craving them real bad yesterday.
You were, yeah.
And then that's how this video topic came about. I was like, yo, let's make a video about us shooting our shot or getting rejected by men. Hey, yo, I had a strong ass craving, and I can't eat this in her household. She's not gonna let me in.
I'm mad it's on the property.
Well, thank you for, if you made it this far.
Say Oreos in the fucking comments.
Ooh, yes, drop Oreos. No, wait, not drop Oreos. Yeah, say golden Oreos in the comment section below to know that you made it this far. I don't know if you will, but it's okay if you didn't. And then, or even comment on any other topics to talk about. We're willing to discuss for another GloKyo episode. Let's cheers our goodbye. Yay, GloKyo!